Hey everyone, so today we are making cloud bread. It's not a cloud and it's not bread. So why is it called cloud bread? Well, it definitely has, a use like bread. We make this on occasion, like when we want sort of a sandwich, something to go with. If you're gonna make sort of maybe a breakfast sandwich, or Jan likes to make it with an egg salad or a tuna salad sandwich. So it kind of is a good sandwich type of bread. But it's not actually bread. So keep that in mind if you are watching your protein intake or counting your macros, that it's not actually made from like a flour. But it's super easy to make, so let's get right to it, and it actually tastes really good. Okay, so here are the ingredients. It's just as simple as this. You have 6 eggs, and we are using the pasture-raised chicken eggs. And then you have 4 ounces of cream cheese. And the cream cheese we're using is from pasture-raised cows. And then we just have about 1/4 teaspoon of salt and about 1/2 teaspoon of cream of tartar. Now this is just to help the egg whites froth up. It is optional. If you don't have any, you can whisk it without that. So the first step is we need to take the eggs. And they say it works best if the eggs are about room temperature because it foams up a little bit better. We're going to kind of make like a meringue out of it almost. So the first thing we're going to do is separate the eggs into 2 bowls. All right, so I have my 6 egg yolks in one bowl and the 6 egg whites in the other bowl. I'm going to add the salt and the cream of tartar to the egg whites. Kind of mix that around a little bit. And then, of course, you could, if you just wanted to, mix it with one of these handy whisks. I've done that before just by hand. It just gives you a nice little workout. Now, of course, if you've made meringue before, you know the drill. You're just looking to get nice foamy egg whites where the peaks stay stiff. Okay, so for the egg yolks, now all we have to do is kind of blend up the cream cheese and the egg yolks. And this has been softened. You can see in there it's still a little bit chunky, but I make it like that all the time and they seem to turn out just fine. But of course you can just keep mixing it until it's nice and creamy if you want. Okay, so the next step is to fold these egg whites into here. And you can see still nice and fluffy here, nice and stiff. If these aren't stiff, then they will not be cloud bread. They will be flat bread. Okay, then I'm just going to kind of fold this together, turning like this, kind of turning and pulling to keep a nice fluffy texture there. It doesn't need to be perfectly blended, I've found. If you see a little bit of egg white by itself, it seems to be fine. And then what we have is a cookie sheet. And it's lined with parchment paper. Put a dollop on there, whatever you want to call it, and then this takes 2 hands. Kind of smooth it around, make them round shaped. But see how nice and puffy that is? It'll stay pretty much that puffy. I like to make them as big as like a nice hamburger bun size. You usually get about 6 of them on here. But that should be good. Do they look cloudy yet? So we're going to put these in the oven at 300 degrees for about 25 to 30 minutes. All right, there we go. There's the cloud bread, hot and fresh out of the oven. And it shouldn't really be sticking to the pad, but it is super lightweight. Look at that. It is cloudy. So you just take 2 of these and you put them together and you can make a sandwich. You can put whatever you want in there, or you can make an open-faced sandwich. They only last about 4 days or so before you want to use them, within about 4 or 5 days. They do freeze, so if you make a bunch, you want to freeze them, you can freeze them. One word of caution is they do get kind of sticky once they've really cooled down. So I don't know, we find they don't stick together too bad if we freeze them, but if you just put them in a baggie and stick them aside, they might kind of stick together a little bit. So we keep them in the refrigerator. All right, everyone, so that is the cloud bread recipe. We will have another recipe where we show you what kind of one use for these, and that will be our chicken salad sandwich recipe. As always, if you haven't subscribed, please give us a subscribe down low. We got lots more recipes coming up. And if you have any comments, ideas, suggestions, leave them below. And we love those sort of things. Hang in there on your diet. I know you can do it. It gets tough sometimes, but you just gotta hang in there. We're rooting for you. All the people watching this video are probably rooting for you because they're going through it too. So yeah, just hang in there. If you fell off the wagon, get back on. All right, everyone, thanks for joining. We'll see you on the next video.